Shalom and welcome to the Beginning Biblical Hebrew course. And on Yeshiva B'nai Noach, I'm Tom Averna. As taking a look at chapter 9, the word pairs chapter. We've been dealing with singular versions of the word pairs. And so today we're going to get some practice doing them as we go through the exercises. Again, as we always do with the exercises, our primary goal here is not to complete the exercises. So this is something that you should do on your own. But if you need help with that, I do have all of the exercises with the English translations done on Quizlet, or at least not all of them, but all of the major ones up on Quizlet. So that's a place to go if you want to check yourself out. Of course, also there's an answer book that you can purchase along with the First Hebrew Primer, and that will give you all the information you need there. Our goal here is simply to read and practice reading our Hebrew and getting that down. In the process, then I've actually done the exercises, so you'll see the results here. But the process is something that we generally talk about when we first introduce the type of exercises. If they add something new, then we'll spend some time talking about it. So let's go ahead and begin with our exercises. We're skipping exercises 1, 2, and 3. Exercise 1, very good review of word pair. It's just simply a translation of word pairs, and you focus on whether or not they're definite or indefinite, and of course recognizing the words. But the nice thing about the first exercise is you know everything that there is a word pair, so that's what you're focusing on. And then exercise 2 is kind of the same thing, where we have a little bit longer word pairs that you'll be dealing with in exercise 2 and translating them. And then exercise 3 is going from English to Hebrew. So great exercises. Spend the time with those. If you have any questions, you're certainly welcome to contact me, ask about them, but those should be pretty straightforward. So now we begin with exercise 4, where we're again working with word pairs, translating sentences into or from the word pair format. So again, the translations for this would be up on Quizlet. So if you need to look at that, you can. We're just going to be practicing reading the Hebrew here. So we start with exercise 4 on page 76 of your textbook and line 1. Ben Ha'ish Zachar et Hamayim b'Moav. Number 2. Bat Ha'ish Zachra et Hakol. Line 3. Avi Habanim Lekach et Habanim Beyad. Line 4. Mishpachat David Avra al Yad Beit Avraham. Line 5. Rosh Kol Ha'avadim Shalach et Ha'isha Lifnei Ha'adon. Line 6. Mi Haita Eshet Adam. Eshet Adam Haita Sarah. Line 7. Me Haya Shem Avi Ruth. Shem Avi Ruth Haya David. Skipping exercise 5, which is a fill in the blanks exercise, writing the correct verb form for the sentences shown there. Again, good practice. We're going to continue now with exercise 6 as we read and translate the following verb forms. This exercise is always a good one to help you recognize the forms of the verbs and listen for the rhythm as we go through it. As often with these exercises, you have one pronominal ending here for each of the different verbs. So you're dealing with I, you're dealing with you, you're dealing with you feminine, you're dealing with he, etc. So we'll go through these now, and again, all we're doing is reading them, practicing the reading as you have done the exercise itself prior to this. Then you will have translated each of these. So if you recognize the T ending as I, then you're just going to put I in front of each of the verbs as you go through this. But again, listen for the rhythm as it unfolds here for each of these segments. Line 1, exercise 6, page 77. Zacharti, asiti, aliti, ra'iti, yadati, amarti, malachti. Line 2, shalachta, asita, alita, hayita, yadata, amarta, malachta. Line 3, yeshavt, asit, alit, ra'it, yada'at, halacht, shama'at. Line 4, shamar, asa, Allah, haya, yada, lakach, yashav, shama. Line 5, malacha, asata, alata, ra'ata, yada'a, shama'a, zachra. Line 6, amadnu, asinu, alinu, hayinu, yadanu, achalnu, shamarnu. Line 7, amartem, asitem, alitem, ra'item, yadatem, lekachatem, halachtem. Line 8, averu, alu, hayu, shalchu, yada'u, achalu, lachachu, zacharu. Skipping exercise 7, which is another great exercise to practice matching the verb with the subject. Moving on to exercise 8 on page 78. where we're reading and translating the original sentence, and then we are rewriting them based on the original sentences, translating the English that is given to you in the book. Again, all we're doing here is the Hebrew. So the first part of this is the paragraph, essentially, that we'll be reading, and then we'll do the sentence translations, well, the Hebrew of them. Al yad ha-sha'ar amar Adam el Sarah me asinu alinu min hasadeh la'ir v'hachol haya sham ve'anachnu ra'inu devarim asher lo hayu basadeh ve'lo yadanu me hayu hadevarim שמענו את כל האנשים בעיר, וגם ראינו את המלך. אכלנו את לחם העיר, והוא לא היה כלחם השדה. גם ראינו נשים בעיר אשר לא היו כנשים בשדה. ישבנו בעיר עד היום. So now we'll be translating the 8 English sentences that they give you in the book, and using the initial paragraph as a guide. Then you translate the English sentences into Hebrew, and here's what you get. Beginning with the first one, Aleph. Amar Adam el Sarah alinu la'ir v'sham Yashavnu. Second sentence, Bet. Hakol haya ba'ir al yad hasha'ar. Third sentence, Gimel. Anachnu ra'inu devarim besadeh velo yadanu me hayu hadevarim. Fourth sentence, Dalet. Achalnu et lechem ha'ir vegam ra'inu et hakol sham. Fifth sentence, H. Kol ha'anashim ba'ir lo hayu ka'anashim Birushalayim. Vav, sentence 6. Hanashim ba'ir ra'u et hanashim asher hayu basadot. Line Zayin, 7. Mi ra'ita, ra'iti et hamelech v'gam kol beit hamelech Line 8, Chet. Ani gam zakarti et melech Moav, vihu lo haya kemelech Mitzrayim. Let's look at exercise 8, the translations. Again, if you have any questions, be sure and address them in the comment section or contact me and I will get back with you. We'll see if we can answer your questions. Or if you, as I've mentioned before, if you find any mistakes, please point them out in the comment section. And I would be very grateful that you do that so that others won't stumble. If you do notice something, if I disagree with you, I'll mention it. But otherwise, I'll just let the comments go. And so be sure and check the comment section as you do these exercise videos and see if there are people who've left comments and things that you need to watch out for. If I've misspoken or mistaken, which could happen, and it's good exercise for you to recognize it. And who knows, perhaps I've done it on purpose. Probably not, but anyway, leave your comments there. All right, exercise 9, the last exercise that we'll be looking at here, in part at least. This is the fun one where you are given a sentence, the initial sentence, and then you are to substitute a particular word in the sentence that's underlined in your book with other words, which means that you have to determine what that word change will do to any verbs attached to it, any pronouns attached to it, and any subsequent verbs attached to that particular word that's being replaced. So it's a great exercise and a good one to do. So I hope you spent time with that. And this, as with exercise 8, the previous one, and exercise 4 before that, all of those are up on Quizlet with, again, with my reading, but also then with the translation of the sentence into English as well. So all of that is available on Quizlet to check yourself. But you want to do the exercises first as best you can, and then check yourself. And of course, as I've mentioned before, the answer book for First Hebrew Primer is also available for purchase. So as we begin, exercise 9, number 1, reading the initial sentence first. Ani halachti im hamishpacha bein ha'sharim b'derek Mitzrayim. V'ani yadati ki hayu b'derek lechem umayim. Aleph, substituting ata. Ata halachta im ha-mishpacha bein ha-she'arim b'derek Mitzrayim v'ata yadata ki hayu b'derek lechem umayim. Bet, substituting Moshe. Moshe halach im ha-mishpacha bein ha-she'arim b'derech Mitzrayim v'hu yada ki hayu b'derech lechem umayim. Still working on exercise 9, number 1, page 78. Gimel, substituting anachnu. Anachnu halachnu im hamishpacha bein hashe'arim b'derek Mitzrayim v'anachnu ידענו כי היו בדרך לחם ומים. Dalet, substituting atem. Atem halachtem im ha-mishpacha bein ha-sha'arim b'derek Mitzrayim, v'atem yadatem ki hayu b'derek lechem umayim. Sentence H, or hey rather, substituting haim. Haim halchu im ha-mishpacha bein ha-sha'arim b'derek Mitzrayim, v'hem yad'u ki hayu b'derech lechem umayim. Sentence Vav 6, substituting he. He halcha im ha-mishpacha bein ha-she'arim b'derek Mitzrayim, v'hi yada'a ki hayu b'derek lechem umayim. Second sentence, exercise 9. Eved ha'ach achal et kol halechem b'bayit ad asher ha'ach shalach et ha'eved misham. First substitution, substituting hanashim. Eved hanashim achal et kol halechem b'bayit ad asher ha-nashim shalchu et ha'eved misham. Bet substituting ha-adonim. Eved ha-adonim achal et kol halechem b'bayit ad asher ha-adonim shalchu et ha'eved misham. Gimel, substituting Sarah. Eved Sarah achal et kol halechem b'bayit ad asher Sarah shalcha et ha'eved misham. Dalet, substituting Abraham. Eved Abraham achal et kol halechem b'bayit ad asher Abraham shalach et ha'eved misham. Exercise 9, number 3. The initial sentence reads, Atem alitem min ha'ir ad beit Abraham bein harim v'lo avartem misham ki hachol haya kevet melech sham. Let me read that one again since I kind of fumbled that. Atem alitem min ha'ir ad beit Abraham ben heharim velo avartem misham ki hakol haya kevet melech sham. So Aleph, substituting Anochi. Anochi aliti min ha'ir ad beit Abraham ben heharim velo avarti ki misham hakol haya kevet melech sham. Bet, substituting Hema. Hema alu min ha'ir ad beit Abraham ben heharim velo averu misham ki hakol chaya kevet melech sham. Gimel, substituting anachnu. Anachnu alinu min ha'ir ad beit Abraham ben heharim velo avarnu misham ki hakol haya kevet melech sham. Dalet, substituting ata. Ata alita min ha'ir ad beit Abraham ben heharim velo avarta misham ki hakol haya kevet melech sham. Hey, substituting mishpacha. Hamishpacha alta min ha'ir ad beit Abraham ben heharim velo avara misham ki hakol haya kevet melech sham. Line Vav, substituting David. David Allah min ha'ir ad beit Abraham ben heharim velo avar misham ki hakol haya kevet melech sham. Number 4, exercise 9, page 78. They get a little tricky here in that the substituted word is a little further on in the sentence, but let's read the sentence first. Bein Am Moav, get my pointer there, Uvein Am Mitzrayim Haya Shalom, V'ata Avarta Baderek El Mitzrayim, V'ata Achalta Lechem Im Ha'anashim Sham. So Aleph, substituting Ve'am Haaretz. Bein Am Moav Uvein Am Mitzrayim Haya Shalom. Ve'am Haaretz Avar Baderek El Mitzrayim Ve'am Achal Lechem Im Hanashim Sham. Bet, substituting Ve'ani. Bein Am Moav Uvein Am Mitzrayim Haya Shalom. Ve'ani Avarti Baderek El Mitzrayim Ve'ani Achalti Lechem Im Hanashim Sham. Gimel, substituting the Mishpachat Achi David. Bein Am Moav uvein Am Mitzrayim haya shalom. B'mishpachat Achi David Avra Baderek el Mitzrayim u'mishpachat Achla lechem im ha'anashim sham. Line Dalet, substituting Anachnu. Bein Am Moav uvein Am Mitzrayim haya shalom. V'anachnu avarnu baderech el Mitzrayim. V'anachnu achalnu lechem im hanashim sham. Bein Am Moav uvein Am Mitzrayim haya shalom. V'ha'avot avaru baderech el Mitzrayim v'hem achlu lechem im hanashim sham. So that's 9-4, and we're going to stop there. It will continue with exercises 9-5 and 9-6, along with the tall tales on the next video. So we'll finish that up on the next video, just again to kind of even the timing out for the two exercise videos. So we'll see how that works out. So again, the substitutions are getting a lot more interesting. Be sure and pay attention to the fact, as we are doing word pairs, that you are only substituting or you're matching the first word of the word pair with the verb. Sometimes that gets a little tricky when they replace the second word in the word pair. You're not really changing anything until that second word is used on its own. So watch for that. And of course, in this situation where you have the substitution later on in the sentence, just pay attention to what it is that's connected to that word in the sentence. All right. So let's look at exercise 1 for chapter 9, word pairs singular. We'll finish up the exercises in the second video on exercises, as well as getting into the tall tale, and we'll look at that in our next video. Thanks for joining me. First Hebrew Primer Beginning Biblical Hebrew course on Yeshiva B'nai Noach. I'm Tom Averna. Shalom.